Saturday, ABC brings you the NASCAR Nationwide Series. It's the Aaron's 312 in Talladega. Our coverage begins with NASCAR Countdown, 2:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC. What a great shot this is. This is the left front suspension on Will Power's car, and that's right over the rumble strips.
Isn't this neat? You just get to see how close you have to get to the wall as you weave your way through the streets here at Long Beach. You cannot make a mistake, as we saw with Paul Tracy, just a couple of inches too far over, and he clipped the wall on turn 11 as you ride along with Will Power now, as he's going to take a blast down Seaside Way. You're going to get on the gas and just try to accelerate as hard as possible. Up out of turn 6 through turn 7, and now on to turn 8. Catching back up with Seaside Way and all the way down that bumpy backstretch towards turn 9. Watch this bump. Boom. And that's what the driver feels, as you pointed out before, Marty.
You said by the end of the race your neck is so stiff, all you want is a cold ice pack.
Oh, it is so brutal here, but you know, it is so enjoyable because this has always been one of the highlights of the races on the circuit. The crown jewel, as we always like to say it, of street racing. Great to have it back on the series.
Well, I got to tell you, Will Power has used about half of his power to pass, and that was mostly at the beginning of the race on the first restart. And he is in control by 3.8 seconds over Alex Tagliani. Then it's Frank Montagny in third. Frank Pereira is fourth, and then it's Enrique Bernoldi in fifth. You're asking what happened to Graham Rahal? There he is. He's in 12th right now, and he has got some of the fastest laps, in fact, the fastest laps of the race as he's trying to fight his way back towards the front. We can tell you that Jimmy Vasser has pulled into the pit lane. Jack?
Off come the Reds, on come the Blacks. Look at the guy changing the left front. That's Dave Higuera from the Target Ganassi days. They're taking on a full load of fuel. Higuera was part of Vassar's championship-winning team for Ganassi. He's also here working in the pits. This is kind of a nostalgia weekend.
And an appropriate way to send it off with the final event of the Champ Car Series here. Of course, the Indy cars will be back next year here at Long Beach. Danica Patrick, along with everybody else that will be racing next week at Kansas. As you see that, boy, Graham Rahal's got the bit between his teeth. He's making a move to the inside and gets around E.J. Viso.
And he is lapping in the 68-second bracket, Marty, around this circuit all the time, continuously shouting out here for the fastest race laps all the time, running about a second faster than most of the guys are consistently doing. But the problem is he's a long ways back right now, some 36, 37 seconds behind the leader. And there is the race leader, Will Power. He has gone 26 laps since his last stop. We are in the window. One more stop, everybody should be able to make it based on the calculation of 30 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the race. It is right now Power, Tagliani, Montagny, Mario Dominguez has now moved up to fourth through the pit stops, and Oriol Servia is fifth. You're asking where is Rahal? He's up to seventh, but he still has a stop to make. There's Tagliani in the 15. And the 7 is Montagny. And it looked like Tagliani just pulled off right there. Yes, he did. He ducked into pit lane. And this will be his last pit stop as he makes his way towards Jack Arute.
And Alex Tagliani will take on the Bridgestone Reds. They will go with plenty of fuel. They're going to pack it in, so it'll take longer for the fuel than to put the tires on. This is the opportunity that they've waited for since they had their pre-race meeting. Now they will get the green light to full power to Alex Tagliani.
So Tags gets back out onto the track, and he'll try and track down that man right there who has been in control, Will Power, as we've had a total of 3 leaders, 4 different lead changes, but it's really been Will Power in control of this race for the most part from the get-go. He has led 55 laps.
Well, the question is right now, they've already showed their hand by putting the red tires on, so they sort of put their strategy out there for everybody to see. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Will Power, what they decide to do when they come in for their pit stop, whether it's going to be the black wall tires or the red wall tires. And sir, the car can handle just a little bit different depending on the compound that you have on there. But speaking with the Walker team just yesterday, as Will Power gets the information to pit this lap. Oh, that's the 7 car, Montagne. But you're going to end up having to pit here very shortly. There we are.
And there is Montagny as he is in the pit lane. gets the tires and is back out.
Go, 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 go. Stay right, good job. Watch your speed in pit lane.
And there's Oriol Servia pulling into pit lane as Montigny comes back out onto the course here with 28 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the Champ Car finale. Now, he was running in second place, and Will Power, it has been 28 laps since he last made a pit stop, and we're working lap number 60.
Will, pit. This lap, pit.
Absolutely. That was the call for Will, even though it said car number 7 up the top of the screen. So this is his signal now to make sure that he comes in. He would have been running as hard a lap as possible to try to stretch that lead up over the second place car at that time of Tagliani.
And as he makes the way into pit lane for what will be his final stop, let's send it to Jamie Little.
Will Power has said next to nothing this entire race, and I'm told by the team that means a good thing. He loves his car. No changes expected once again. They're going to take off some blacks, and Scotty, you were talking about what tires. They're going to put blacks on there, 4 of them, gas them up. They hope this is a money stop. Will Power just about down and away. Fuel takes longer than tires, and he's away. Marty?
All right, thank you, Jamie. And the question will be, who ends up with the lead? It should be Mario Dominguez, as he would be next to cycle through. If he has pulled into pit lane, we'll find out. We'll see how it all sorts out here at the streets of Long Beach.
Now, should have Will Power coming out of the pit lane. Is Tagliani just behind him coming off the front stretch? Let's just sort of see how far behind, or did he go by? Here we go right now.
And we can tell you that there is Tagliani, and that's Montigny. That is for position, and boy, Tagliani just takes it away from him.
Will Power, a faster in-lap, a faster out-lap. We'll have to see if he can complete that whole package together now, but he put down some great times there once he knew that his pit window was open and he had to get in.
Now, according to scoring, that is for 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. They're showing Dominguez in second place, although I did not see his car go by. And they did show him going into the pits the same time Will Power had went into pit lane. So we'll find it out. We'll sort it all out when we come back to the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach.